gentlemen. Vici Gaming up against Ninjas in Pajamas. I'm ODPixel, I'm here with Fogged, and I'm looking forward to this one. Fogged, we were just talking about it ourselves. Vici Gaming, they like to play fast, and boy, do they have a draft that certainly shows that in this one.
Yeah, they've been winning games here. I saw an 18-minute game. I saw like a 17-40-minute game, two 20-minute games, like a 21 and a 24 or something like that. They have been absolutely dominant, and I'm looking at their draft right now, and this is exactly what they like to play. They have high pushing, high tempo setting, and if they do get that ball rolling, you could easily see them knocking on that. You could see them knocking on NiP's base super early. And NiP, they have some greed, right? We've got Lone Druid, Naga, and even Doom. Like, right, these heroes, after time, they start to build up that gold, but I think it could be quite difficult for NiP when they even do lack a lot of deep push. Who's the one who can actually stand there and nuke the waves out, right? When Vici do set up to get that push going. It's really going to be mostly up to, like, Shadow Shaman and the Lich, just use the Lich armor. But besides that, they don't really have deep push, so a bit concerned right now for NiP. Unless they do well in the laning phase, I think this could be one of those death balls that Vici puts together.
And talking about the lanes, sort of in particular, obviously having Fada on his Doom going to the side lane, 33 Rocket the Lone Druid in the middle. We've sort of talked about how well Ori has been playing recently. Do you think there's a little bit of this that's sort of Fada saying, I don't want to go up against him in the middle?
I mean, this is probably just hero-specific, right? This, I think, the 33 is the specialist of these micro-heroes, especially for this team.
Sure, but do you think they were drafting like this because they don't want Fada to go mid?
I can't say that. I can't go that. No, okay. I mean, he's their mid player. They have to trust in their mid. Even though Ori has been actually just winning, like, all the matches. He's been incredibly good. And he even right away, he skills Shadow Races at the start of the lane.
Yes.
Since he's versus the Lone Druid.
I feel like I've seen SFs do this more often at the start, just as you say. But you secure that first wave, which, I mean, sure, you can maybe play for the chance you get one soul out of it, but if you miss a whole wave at the start of a lane, it's pretty bad.
He just plays it for the mangoes and rushes the bottle. Yeah. That's what I've seen. I've seen Ori do this a couple times in certain matchups where he thinks he's going to struggle a bit on the last hits early. But yeah, sure. Right away, brings an extra mango, uses it immediately, and just starts to continuously nuke.
Up top, we've seen a bit of aggression onto PPD. Has got the armor skilled up, so we'll be able to walk his way back underneath the tower. But looking at the side lanes, so DY and Fade. At the moment up top, you know, I'm going to have Luna heading up here as well. So having this tri-lane up top for Vici Gaming. PPD actually the only one in that lane at this moment in time. Yeah,
there is a lot of lane switching going on right now. Fada started bottom, then he walks his way toward top. We also saw Paparazi starting mid and blocking mid with the Earth Spirit, and now they're making the way toward top. So it was just, they wanted to get information on the lanes before they decided exactly where they put them. So Luna will have a couple missed last hits, but the Earth Spirit, as Fade, actually got 4 of them up top.
Oh yeah, Fade's going to be happy with that first wave.
He's going to have boots,
yeah,
like very early on Earth Spirit with that Orb of Venom, which increases kill potential on most of these heroes.
Right, so with the way that the side lanes have settled, is there a side that you think is happier with this sort of lane arrangement?
I mean, Vici's top lane is extremely strong. I think Fada could definitely die if he steps up too far. Same thing with the Lich. He does have the Satyr creep, though, which is going to help NiP a bit up there, but you'd have to imagine Vici's pretty damn happy with this here because they're NP gang. Now he's going to have this lane bottom where he's like, okay, I'm a NP that can actually bully out this Shadow Shaman from ever trying to harass me in a lot of situations. So,
well, we'll see how the CS does go for the cause as the lanes now have seemed to have settled.
A couple of Rays missed last hits here from Ori in the mid lane. I think he missed 2 just before.
Yeah, 33 doing that. A solid job as the Lone Druid in that middle, just securing that CS with that ability with those 2 heroes, essentially. It's 11 for 6 against that 7 for 3 at the moment.
The damage coming out. NiP, since they had these heroes up top earlier, and also, you know, PPD soaked the first wave by himself, they're higher level right now. So it's still only level 1 on Luna, so they do have to be a little careful on Vici for a moment here, just because of how much damage Shockwave plus Lich Nuke can actually do early.
Yeah, for sure. And even just between the 2 of them, they can really run down Vici Gaming's heroes, right? With the Scorched Frost Armor, whoever you sort of lock onto, it's going to be very hard for them to get out of the range of the slows.
Yeah, for now. Until, like, once this tri-lane starts getting more levels, then you can't actually make the aggressive plays forward unless you have, like, double Devour going with that Satyr, because in that case, there's quite a lot of regen up on Fada. Right now, he's sitting at 12.1 when he's eating with just level 1 Devour.
Down on the bottom lane, Ace's farm, looking very good, 12 for 5 as of now. Yang also finding, obviously, stuff on the Natured Prophet top lane. They are going to look towards Fada, as Fada is a little alone, but has got that Scorched Earth. Now PPD is heading over. Frost Armor will be there. Is it going to be enough damage reduction to keep Fada safe? It will be. He's able to get back behind the trees. Just having that backup of the Lich. Doesn't matter if it takes a bit of time for PPD to get there. Still a very beefy hero with the regen that Fada has got going.
very nice for NiP so far. It's just, in particular, that mid matchup, right? Bottom is still doing very well. You'd expect Ace to be farming good down here, but mid is doing excellent on 33 as PPD will be the culprit up top.
Yeah, Fade sees a perfect angle to get in on top of the Lich. Especially when that Frost Armor is unavailable. An easy kill for that tri-lane. This is what you see you got to be careful of if you're NiP. If you start feeding away kills this tri-lane, it could snowball out of control up on that top lane.
Yeah. You're bound to die. You know, if you step up too far as the support in this lane, you're gonna just get hit by Fade. And there's a lot of damage coming in. The thing about Abaddon is he does so much damage now early on with this level 1 miscoil. You can't actually think that you're gonna survive in those situations. Fade, making sure to interrupt the pull. See, PPD was trying to actually pull it that northern way to try to reset the lane positioning, but now they will be able to keep it in a nice spot for them to make aggressive plays on the side of Vici. But speaking of aggressive play,
they're
mid
diving
lane,
in on the mid. Instant TP there as soon as the bear sort of came underneath the tower from Fade. He will be there to make sure that there's no follow-up, and Saxa will not die at the tower for that kill.
nice
no
rotation.
hesitation, yeah, at all from Fade. Instant reaction.
Yeah, great rotation from Saxa as well there. Just as soon as the level 5 is on the bear, they try to make a move. Now we have the bounty runes coming out too, so he can naturally make his way toward bottom to get those as well for his team.
Yeah, a bit of pressure in the mid to take away some of the attention momentarily from the top, but Fade will be quick to move back up here. Will land the stun onto Fada. Just control him. He has got the Frost Armor, PPD now in range, and that will allow Fada to once again stand his ground. Photic Shield is down to Paparazi, in fact, but they could go in on this with it. Photic Shield blasted. Could be close. Saxa trying out the help, but there's the neutral. Holding back NiP, and we'll say no to them having any sort of chance of chasing down Vici Gaming, as Vici Gaming are able to retreat to safety.
They're doing really well in this top lane. I think it's very much so because of the shockwave, of course. They have that extra burst that always turns and that extra regen too in the lane. But yeah, they're doing pretty well in that 2v3 matchup at the moment. And Ace having a great time bottom, which is, he doesn't need help down here. Like, NP can't pressure a Naga Siren, so Ace is getting free farm and it allows Saxa to roam the map. Yeah,
free farm for Ace and free farm for 33 in that mid lane. Sort of as expected as it has for the most part, just being that 1-for-1 in terms of matchup. Vici Gaming putting all their prioritization in terms of their support positioning on this top lane. And have a bit of an attempt onto Fada.
He's got 24 health
It's
regen.
a very hard kill to get now.
Yeah, always having 10 stick charges as well if they do push too far forward. And they're getting now leveled quite heavily here because the pulls that keep happening from PPD, and also if they were running pretty much a tri-lane here, there's a duel.
It's an early gold advantage as well, just 6 minutes in and a 2k lead for NiP. Saxa will be found out as he does try and come for a little bit of a trip towards that mid lane. Reactions to there, Vici Gaming bringing the supports in and will shut down Saxa's support movement.
They tried to give it to Ori, but they weren't able to. Fade actually had to take that one. And as we're seeing, the top 3 farmers are on NiP in this laning phase, so definitely seems like I was wrong when I said that it looked like Vici had the better lane setup, because NiP, they look extremely happy with all of this right now.
So far, yeah, they've come out of it very nicely. There's Ace down bottom, getting aggressive onto Yang. Saxa not quite able to get the grab as they push back the Prophet behind the tower.
Now is where it becomes more fearsome, because now NP is level 6, so you have to watch out for those Wrath of Natures that can come out. They're even going to bring Yang up top to look to try to bring down Fada. He's very tanky, though.
They've got the 4 of them sort of wailing onto him, trying to kill this Doom, and they will get it. Does utilize the 4 heroes, and as you say, Yang having to leave that bottom lane to get the kill, but it will get Fada out of there. Just goes to show just how many resources do need to be used to kill this Doom at the moment.
And that's just going to make it so Ace can now pressure the tower as well. Catapult wave is there, so this tower is going to drop below half HP. They're going to have to make rotation down from Yang, but he is not very healthy.
No, he is not fight ready. He's got to be very careful how he comes close towards Ace, as Ace will be quick to get illusions on him once again, and the mirror image is ready to use once more.
Yeah, Saxa even pulled the creep wave into the neutral camp there to make sure that they can get this tower. So they're just emphasizing and making sure that they bring it down fully with this one cap.
It's a very quick tower.
Yep.
It's just under the 8-minute mark, a tower for Ace. He has been free farming. Now that extra bit of gold to go as well. This Naga Siren having a dream start for NiP.
Low injury too, and he's going for a medallion build. Medallion Solar Crest build.
That's a little different.
Yeah, it's kind of, I mean, it's 33, right?
It's a little different, and it's, well, I guess it's a little faster, right? In terms of, you know, what you look at Vici Gaming's lineup and you expect from them. It isn't sort of this AFK Midas or Radiance Rush. He's going to get involved. It's going to help them take objectives as well if there's going to be a point where they want to try and get a Roshan.
It's very 33-esque, right? It's his kind of style where he usually doesn't build the traditional items that most people do on these kind of heroes, so he's changing it up. He was What, he was one of the few first ones that did the Dominators and like the Necro books and stuff on your Broodmothers, so 33?
Oh, he's got the Roar, goes for the TP out, won't make it. The raises are landed by Ori, able to position himself to get the double raise off onto 33, will manage to take him down, and now with Yang turning up, they can look to push onto that tier 1 tower mid. Same time, bottom lane, Ace just continuing to be totally undisturbed as he farms away on the Naga Siren. Now Paparazi and Faye will come down here. Vici Gaming will take the tier 1 tower in the middle. Frost Armor will not slow them down enough. PPD tries for a deny, but can't quite get the timing. As Vici Gaming starting to strike back and get some objectives.
Yeah, starting to get a little bit more footing in this game. I mean, they have the more of the kills, but you know, the efficiency wide on the laning from NiP definitely proved to be quite nice. As they do make sure, though, that they defend their tier 2. It's not like they saw this push happening bottom from Naga, and Fade was just spam pinging it. He's like, Paparazi, like, get down here. Get this wave pushed out. It's a great amount of farm for you anyway. And playing as a Luna, you want to be able to get your levels, play like alone here instead of playing on top side, because you're fairly squishy early on.
We're sort of NiP moving around the map as such. There is space for Vici Gaming to get some pressure onto that top tower as well. Yang already ready to work on that a little bit with the treants pushing in.
And they have so much information. I mean, look at the wards placed out from Vici. I don't even know how they got this one that's close to the NiP base, but they have it, and they pretty much have all the information in the world right now of where NiP is.
Ooh, nice Song of the Siren here from Ace. We'll make sure the Sax is able to walk out of that Eclipse from Paparazi.
And that's 4 bounties for NiP.
It's a big gold boost. You're seeing it in the numbers. They just continue to hold this financial lead. 3,000 gold ahead NiP at the moment.
Look at that. They've gotten 10 of the 12 bounty runes. That is actually just literally their gold lead is the bounty runes. But also, of course, having those successful last hits in the laning phase. So they just back up, resort to the jungle right now. We see Ace just kind of actually, everybody's just kind of playing the farm game, getting their at least one item before they look to make another aggressive move.
33 just continuing to build on the medallion, complete the Solar Crest as his first sort of big item to push around and to take objectives and kills with.
Yep.
Ori is, of course, going for the standard Greaves on the SF. As expected with this lineup, just making sure they have all the tools together to work as a 5-man unit, Vici Gaming.
They're looking for that timing, right? As soon as they get all these items together, they're going to group up and they're going to go and just try to push the issue onto NiP. But NiP is just, I mean, they're just farming. They're gaining a better lead because of just the nature of their heroes, right? They've got Naga and Doom. We were mentioning how it can be greedy, but if they are able to get away with it. They
are getting away. They absolutely are, yeah.
They farm very fast.
I mean, as you said, sort of the musical lanes at the start, they ended up working well for NiP. They had an idea. They knew the matchups that they wanted to go for, and they're showing how strong how right they were. Yeah.
Here comes part of that group up. They don't have 6 yet on their supports. Fade is level 5, DY only level 4 as well. But level 9 on Shadow Fiend.
I can see NiP not ones to sort of let this tower go down. There's 4 members of Vici Gaming up on this top lane, but they're going to have to give up on the push top. They'll look for the quicker pick down bottom. Saxa was shoving the lane out alone and will pay with his life. But it's a support going down, and as NiP as a team, you're stopping Vici Gaming from taking that tier 1 tower top. They were all up there a moment ago. They all back off to kill off a support. As we say, sort of time goes on, you probably have to favor the NiP lineup. The greed, the farming, it's all going to add up. Ace has just continued to stay on that top point in terms of net worth, and 33 is very close behind him. These are 2 scary cores that are going to scale very well.
Yeah, absolutely. They've been doing great responses to all of Vici's moves, even though it's 5-0 right now for Vici, right? It's 12 minutes, it's a bit of a quiet one, but the way that NiP has just moved their lanes, right? Top, they showed 3 or 4 heroes just being like, this is a brick wall that you're not going to push Vici. And yeah, like you said, they lose Sox at bottom, but that was kind of his job, is force a reaction down bottom.
Vici, another item in the mix for the push. They have the Vlad stun. See Fade roll in, look for Saxa behind the tower. They'll find him. TPs are coming through. Saxa will manage to get the walls dropped down. Fada responds. Doom's out onto the SF. There's the blast as well, bouncing perfectly between the 2 of them from PPD. They've killed off the SF. Yang will try for a TP out, will not make it. Ace, Song shuts him down, holds him back. They'll get Fada on top of him, and that'll mean that Fada should be able to quickly dispatch of Yang. Infernal Blade slammed down, and Yang is gone. They try to catch as well that pesky Earth Spirit, but he's able to TP away out to safety. Still, though, it's NiP reacting to the moves, the plays from Vici Gaming, and it really does feel like Vici Gaming, they're trying to make these fast moves, but NiP, they've done their homework. So far, they seem to have the answer to the way that Vici Gaming's been winning games very quickly.
I was concerned that they didn't have enough D push, right, to deal with when those pushes do set up, but every single time, NiP is just bringing the numbers. And look at this, yeah, top 3. 7,000 on Ace already. He's already getting close to that Mantis. I believe the Solar Crest is actually finished on 33 now, too. Definitely a concern here for Vici in the start here. As you look at their draft, and they are all about that early game, all about grouping together, getting that item timing. Like you said, the mech, the Vlads, they're pretty much all going for this like timing that they want to go. But right now at a bit of a deficit. Now they are starting to group up toward the top lane with 3 heroes. How does NiP want to react this time?
Because at this point, with the gold advantage that the NiP have on their items, it feels like even if Vici Gaming do get a 5-man push going, sort of the power it's going to have against what NiP can react with in terms of whether they want to react or sort of split up the map, get the Lone Druid or Nargasaran pushing elsewhere. Vici Gaming just, they're not ahead enough to outnumber and outpower that sort of play. It's top lane, 33. Got the fear hit to cancel the TP of Yang. Yang will be surrounded as the Sprout will not save him. They'll chase down the Prophet. NiP get themselves the kill. See if they can chase some more. DY is pretty far off as PPD.
Bounty runes.
Oh, they're going to try and turn here. Paparazi, he's there with the Eclipse. PPD will back off. DY in the front line. Fade rolls in well. Beautiful silence. Magnetized onto all 4 of them. They've killed off PPD. The Razors are out as well. Fada, Saxa, and 33 trying their best to run away, but the Magnetize continues to tick them down. Saxa will fall. Double kill for Fade. Fada, can they chase him down as well? He's very speedy on this Doom. They'll hunt for him. They know that he's here. See the Curry as well. Fade rolls forward, tries to get the slow off. Fada will dodge, has the south going. TP's there from Yang though. Sprout actually off the mark. Fada's able to walk around and get himself back underneath the tier 2 tower. They look towards the bear, but the bear with the fear sends Yang back, gets out of there. As NiP, they do lose that fight there. The Fade coming in big time with that Earth Spirit play. NiP stepping a little too far forward.
But at the
Yang, Yang's hung around. He tries to go for a poke at the neutral creeps here, but already NiP, they're back in the game. Sprout will come out trying to separate NiP. The NiP's just going to continue to chase. Fada's got the Doom, throws it down onto the SF. Ace is indeed coming in with the wraparound. Yang's going to die to the illusions. They've got the shackles onto the SF. And as soon as there's any sort of moment of brilliance for Vici Gaming, it just crumbles entirely short. DY, he gets the deny. But they were just able to make something happen, Vici Gaming, and then they throw it all away.
They have a Solar Crest as well. They can just look straight to go into that Roche Pit. They don't have the Serpent Ward, but with that minus armor from that, and they even have a Blightstone on top as well. This is a incredibly dead Roche too. And Riptide. Minus 16 armor. That is...
I mean, it just so far, it
really nice.
It really does feel like NiP are beating Vici Gaming at their own game with a draft that you wouldn't expect them to do so with.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the moves that they made, even that top fight, when they lost all these heroes, Ace got the 2 bounty runes and he farmed so much, it was kind of just like a trade for them. It's just everything is going perfectly for NiP. Even though they've lost their mid tower, they lost that top tower, all these fights look fine and they have so much farm. I mean, Ace is level 14 almost. He's going to have that Manta Diffusal at an incredibly early time. And clearing through those illusions, if he starts to get these type of items early on, looking at Vici's draft, they don't really have it if they don't have the items. The SF can clear them with the raises, but the rest of their heroes do not like playing versus all those illusions.
Yeah, I mean, like, sure, like, what, maybe later, Luna with the glaze, but you say that's a lot later. Yeah. You're absolutely right. That takes a lot of times, a lot of items for Paparazi to be able to stand and deal with the illusion army of Ace, deal with the bear of 33, and this bear's only going to get bigger. For 33 after the Solar Crest, he is going to go back towards that more standard Radiance itemization for the bear. Once he gets that, I don't know how Vici Gaming are going to deal with the Radiance bear.
Uh-oh, Yang gets hexed. Immediate TP, though, by DY to save his buddy. But there is all of NiP here ready.
We'll see how much DY pokes his head forward. He will try and get some ward control here. The sentry's down for both halves, and NiP will be able to keep their sentry up. As it is, they're safe on the high ground.
Yeah, it's a really cool approach going for this Solar Crest build. Just how much minus armor they really had. We saw how fast that Roche died. It was, yeah, very cool approach by 33. Next, he's queued up the Radiance. He said, sure,
yeah,
you know what?
Go back
I can go back for it.
Because as I say, if he gets that item within the next few minutes, how do you deal with that if you're Vici Gaming?
Yeah. Just also look at this. When he throws the Solar Crest on the bear, too, that 80 attack speed it gives, the bear just chunks through towers if it does have the rabbit on.
If he pops the Mask of Madness on it, too.
Yeah.
Mask of Madness, Solar Crest. It's going to be tearing through structure.
Oh, they're just going for looking to end the game then, it seems. If he's bought the Mask of Madness, that's him
got it
moving forward.
They're into the base?
Yeah, they're looking to go for Rax or end game here.
I mean, it does feel, NiP, they said, hey, Vici Gaming, we heard you like ending games in 20 minutes. We can do that too. They're trying to. And so far, it's looking pretty fluid. They're into the base. Silence will be there onto Fada, but he's so tanky. Crimson Guard's popped. He's got the Frost Hammer. They're taking the Tier 3 tower 19 minutes in.
They got to be a little careful, though. There is a Spirit Vessel finished up, so that's why you saw Fada. Sure, he has all this. He's very tanky, but his healing actually wasn't kicking in there because he got Vesseled. So they'll be satisfied with just actually taking a tower for now. But yeah, he committed forward for the Mask of Madness. That means that they really want to try to just press the issue while they have this Aegis for now.
And just look at this bear go.
It's not even Solar Crested. That's just with the Mask of Madness active.
33. This lone druid that's snuck through at the end of the draft. It's looking very, very good for NiP. He played it perfectly. The lane didn't miss the CS, it felt like.
Yeah, and Ace is super farmed, right? He's just had all the space in the world from his team. He got a nice lane because he was just versus an NP.
Yeah.
He got some help. He's a high armor hero versus Nature's Prophet, so he's going to be able to farm in that lane. And his progression is excellent so far for the team.
Because I feel like if you are Vici Gaming in this game at the moment, I mean, at this point, they must realize that this game has not gone to plan. They did not intend to be at this point, fairly far down against sort of the farm of NiP's cause. They haven't taken any Tier 2 towers. They've only managed to take 2 Tier 1s at 20 minutes in. The previous series that we see from Vici Gaming, they would be ending the game right now, but they're not. How do they sort of come back in with this lineup?
They're just going to have to hope for some miraculous team fights with their auras in particular, right? They do have the Greaves. They do have, I believe, that Vlad's finished up too, so they still do have that big aura team fight around it, but they're just playing into such a goal disadvantage. Fada has just so much tankability right now with this. 2,000 HP with this Crimson Guard. Unless he gets Spirit Vessel, then they focus fire him. How the hell do they bring him down? He just will be that tanky frontline beast.
Top Yang was trying for a bit of split push pressure, but he stuck around a little too long. Sax is there, in with the Hex, set up for Fada and PPD to come in. And Yang will be punished. Gets a bit of damage onto the Tier 2, but that's it. Costs his life. Does at least slow down NiP from making plays elsewhere on the map. But it still just seems so hard for Vici Gaming to make some sort of a play that will start the potential turnaround in this game.
Yeah, they're just trying to, right now Paparazi really doesn't want to fight too much, right? You're a Luna. You don't want to fight until you get at least your first item, probably your second on top too. And now he's at least got it, right? He's got, I think that Manta is done, and he's queued up the Butterfly immediately afterwards, but it's tough. They're starting to get the Naga treatment where we see Ace just cutting some creep waves, just sending Illusion or two at a creep wave and it's able to clear it, and they don't have the best ways of dealing it, as we were mentioning it. Another Shrine being taken out too. Yeah, look at the items. So if you look at 33, you know that they want to end the game, because like we were mentioning, the Radiance is if he wants to, if there's a chance of it going later.
Yeah, he queued it up, but then, as you say, he realized.
He's like, we can end this game.
Yeah.
I went Mask of Madness, and now he's queued up Pipe as well. He's like, all right, we've got the Crimson Guard. If we get the Pipe as well, Vici's damage is just completely negligible. So it's definitely a choice that they could look to go for if they want to just close it out in the next few moments on NiP. Maybe wait for the next Aegis if they want to play it the safest.
Oh, Yang tried to TP out. PPD's in with the Sinister Gaze, dragging him back into the clutches. Yang will get fortunate finding Invis, but they get the root out in time. They're on top of the Prophet. The root will last long enough for them to get the kill, as Yang will fall. Another kill claim for NiP.
Yang is having a rough game. 1-5-4 on the NP, and on the safe lane NP too. He's just got Treads, Vlads, and a Solar Crest. He is not your scaling Nature's Prophet by any means. He is just all about the fighting, and they are not able to take the fights. It's
a global hero, but it's just been global deaths, as we can see from the map, all up and down the map. Yang has been finding newfound places to lose his life in since the beginning of this game.
Fada.
Oh, nearly.
That was,
nearly. Fade is. He's right tucked in there, isn't he?
So for NiP, their next timing, they've got the Pipe. I think once they get Fada's BKB, they just go. It's go time. They might even just start.
Just run in the base.
That. Yeah, you just run in. Because now he doesn't have to worry about the Spirit Vessel so much. He doesn't have to worry about all that magic damage that does come through from the Earth Spirit, SF, and the Luna. Yeah, you can just run through that. Yeah, Spirit Vessel won't be as big of an issue. And yeah, they have the tools to definitely close the game out right now on NiP.
And this is sort of one of those textbook examples of a game, you know, it's 8-7 in kills, but there's a 10k difference because Vici Gaming's lineup, this is a draft that wants to take objectives, and they just didn't. There's, as I say, no tier 2s have been taken, and this is what happens. Their heroes don't farm, NiP's farm perfectly, and they've managed to clean up so much of the map, holding this 10k lead. They will get Saxa on the high ground, Fade's able to roll in. They'll get that Shaman, so they can get anything big at 33, straight up TP away. No one's able to get close enough to cancel that TP. He is out of there, and just the support is lost on NiP's side. Vici Gaming, they need a whole lot more than that if they want to slow this game down.
Small little slowdown, though. They get themselves, like, what, 2k swing back for themselves off of that. Gives them some time to at least try to push their lanes out versus this annoying Naga Siren. So that's the one thing they do at least have is they can push lanes out, right? They have the NP, they have the SF, the Luna. These 3 heroes do push out lanes out quite naturally.
I mean, but this Naga Siren story continues. Butterfly is nearly done for Ace.
Yeah, that can't feel good, right? Paparazzi's probably like, oh god, I'm quite a timing behind him.
Yeah,
full item behind.
Pretty much.
I think this next Roche is probably going to be the game decider, this area.
Yeah, Vici Gaming, they've got to sort of hope that they're able to catch one of these big cores of NiP far out alone. But so far, it's just not been happening. NiP, just Ace, 33 and Fada being very smart with their positioning.
And look at this read of the map here, too. NiP, they're actually smoking toward top, smoking toward their Naga Siren, toward their carry, probably expecting some type of move to happen up here, but Vici, they quickly do back off as those bounty runes are coming out, and Vici does not feel like they want to fight it on. Uh-oh.
Every single rune again, NiP's.
He TP'd in, too, trying to get this one.
Yeah, and he's going to feed once more. To put another skull and crossbones on the map, as I don't believe he's died in this area yet. But he's always a man to find newfound places, and there we go. Oh, he did die sort of around. He's been here before. Yeah, you got to switch it up.
And Peter even gives him the tip. And now all the way up to a 12k gold lead. Those bounty runes, that'll happen. Yep.
NiP's rune control, just the general strategy that they've approached this game with, has been absolutely perfect.
Look at that, 19-5 bounties. Damn. Really well done by NiP in this game so far. And yeah, Ace Butterfly finished, going toward that heart, and his farm speed is just going to accelerate even faster than the Luna now because of this, because they can't look at the illusions at the mid lane. Paparazzi's just booking it away from them. We can't actually deal with them as top Fade.
He's in trouble.
Go down.
Butter and Ace run him down. DY gets the ult off, but there's the Hex. Control from NiP. Double kill for Ace, as if this man didn't need any more gold. He's got it. Ace just getting bigger and bigger. Bottom, they'll try and poke at 33. I mean, he gets sprouted, but not a lot that Yang can do.
No, Yang is pretty much a glorified support.
I mean, what does Yang have item?
He's got a Void Stone and Treads and Vlad's Solar Crest. He's got the group up items, right? He's not your like solo playing NP by any means. He's only level 13 as well. Most of the other cores in this game are like 16 or 17 or 18. Like we were saying, he's definitely had a bit of a rough one in this game, as most of them have on Vici. And NiP just have a very good idea of this game, and they've played it and executed it pretty much perfect.
Well, where would you say it all went wrong for Vici Gaming? Was it sort of the fact that they were that set on just keeping the tri-lane top? Did they need to sort of at least try and stop Ace down bottom, help Yang out a bit? Or is it sort of should Yang have been expected to do a little better on his own against the Naga Siren and that 1v1?
I mean, he can't do better, right? The Naga's going to farm anyway, and they had the Shadow Shaman.
They did, yes. Shaman was sat there. Yeah.
I think they needed to just get more out of the top lane. I think NiP just played it pretty well, right? The Lich soaked the lane at the start. Fada found the best creep in the game. He found the Satyr creep. And then they're level 2 right at the start. While Vici, they were level 1. So they just did a good job of not actually losing much up there. And Paparazzi was level 5.
And we'll see Vici Gaming try for a wraparound here alongside the pit. But the Song of the Siren comes out. It just holds them all down, says a big fat no to whatever Vici Gaming was going to try, and it's achieved with that wraparound. Ori does get the Requiem off on the high ground in the river. Fake getting trapped up. Sinister Gaze controls him as this Earth Spirit will fall. See if they can get more as Ori being split away from the Luna. The Doom is down onto Paparazzi. 33 does go down with the lifesteal, but the shackles are out there from Saxa. Another dead. There'll be a buyback coming through from Fade. DY trying to escape from Ace, as Ace will get him. They do expend that buyback. They do manage to get a couple of kills onto NiP, but still Ace survives. The Roshan is protected. Aegis, and she's still in the hands of Ace, was not needed for that fight. NiP can just get back on with the push as they hold this 17k lead, look towards the high ground. There's 3 dead on Vici Gaming. They do have a buyback on 2 of them, but very little to be said just in terms of what those heroes could offer, as they just seem to be too far behind.
Exactly. I mean, you could see moments of brilliance for a second there, right, for Vici, when you saw the Luna standing toe-to-toe with the Lone Druid, but then you realize how much more farm NiP has, and when the Doom just walks, the Doom and the Naga Siren start to actually get into the fight, there's just way too much damage and just way too much farm on these guys. They'll try to slow it down as best as they can for the moment, but the melee Rex will go down. And ooh, DY, those illusions.
Yeah, instantly having to have that borrowed time being popped because of that Naga Siren damage coming out, and Nefada able to...
He's dying to the illusions, DY.
To blink, as he's got to be careful. Inspect those mirror images.
And they're going to have a heart now on the Naga Siren. They couldn't kill the illusions even before that. Now they have like 3,500 or more HP as well on top.
I mean, now comes the entertaining part of the game. The question is, can NiP mess this one up?
Man, this one looks pretty unlosable, to be honest. The Naga Siren's in
There's a 4% chance, according to Gabe, and the NiP do.
She just feels, Naga Siren feels way too farmed, and they even have the backup of other heroes, too. They have a Doom and a Lone Druid, which are significantly farmed, too, and they don't have the heroes to deal with the illusions is the big thing, which is really scary. It's not like they have this huge wombo combo like an Echo Slam into a Requiem, right? It's just really going to be the Requiem, and the BKB is there on certain heroes. As NiP looking for a fight.
All quick ward, and then into a quick D ward, and then into a quick DDD ward. But no one there to DD ward it, so DY gets the DD ward. Heart is now done for Ace. As this Naga Siren. This feels, I mean, Ace has made this look like one of the easiest games of his life so far. He's just been chilling. 5-0-5, perfect. He's never been in a place that he shouldn't. He's known exactly where to go. No mistakes from him. And it's showing in the gold. 22,500 net worth on this Naga Siren at just 30 minutes in.
Yeah, NiP they defended their towers very nicely when they set up early on. Just parking that wall in front of Vici, not letting them get that advantage at all. Yeah, like you said, 17k gold lead. And it just looks to keep continuing. And 33 he had the Radiance queued up again, but he's all auras at this point. They know that their Naga is the true carry. He just needs to be the one to take the towers.
And still with that Aegis and Cheese to play with. Yes. Still got a bit of timing available on that.
Minute and a half left, so they're pushing in both waves. They're pushing in mid and bottom. Yang is trying his best to push out top right now, but they're about to get their base knocked down with this bear. And Ori, he's got Manta Greaves, but their damage just isn't there. Look at this, and everything just tickles Ace.
Look at the root down. Wards are going to be dropped. See if Vici Gaming are able to stop this and push this back. Hex is down on a Paparazi. The racks, they've already gone. Melee racks are taken down. Jump forward towards DY. Borrowed time is out. As they've got what they came for, NiP, they just simply walk in, take the racks underneath the noses of all 5 heroes of Vici Gaming, and there is nothing that Vici Gaming can do to stop it. NiP can just casually walk themselves across the base, towards the middle, towards the top. Vici Gaming, they'll head back to the fountain for a refuel. They will try one more attempt at this, but it certainly seems like they're attempting the impossible at the moment. As the tier 3,
they're just way too
it shreds. Another Hex out onto Paparazi. The racks exposed. Paparazi trying to stand his ground, literally doing no damage to Ace. Chain Frost is out from PPD. Melee racks are down. Range racks falling as well. The bounces continue. 2 dead. GG is called.
Wow.
An NiP. I mean, you can just feel it. I can hear PPD right now saying, I mean, it's a nice strat you had there.